Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled in the rolling hills of the countryside, lived a boy named Jack. Jack was a spirited and adventurous lad, known throughout the village for his boundless curiosity and kind heart. He lived with his widowed mother in a humble cottage, their only source of livelihood being a cow named Daisy. Daisy was old and no longer gave milk, so the family faced hardship and hunger. One crisp morning, Jack's mother instructed him to take Daisy to the market and sell her for whatever he could get. "It's the only way we can survive," she sighed. With a heavy heart but hopeful spirit, Jack led Daisy down the winding path to the bustling market town. On his way, Jack met an old man who had a twinkle in his eye and a mysterious air about him. "Good morning, young lad," said the old man. "Where are you taking that fine cow?" "To the market," Jack replied. "She doesn't give milk anymore, so I must sell her to buy food for my mother and me." The old man's eyes sparkled with mischief. "How about I offer you something better than money?" he proposed, reaching into his tattered cloak and pulling out a small pouch. "Magic beans," he whispered. "Plant them tonight, and by morning, wonders you have never dreamed of will await you." Jack, intrigued and eager for an adventure, traded Daisy for the magic beans, despite the old man's cryptic warnings. He ran home, excited to share his discovery with his mother. But his mother, exhausted and worried, was not pleased. "Magic beans!" she cried in disbelief. "How will we eat? How will we live?" In her frustration, she threw the beans out the window and sent Jack to bed without supper. During the night, the magic in the beans began to work. Under the light of the moon, the beans sprouted into a magnificent beanstalk that stretched up into the sky, piercing through the clouds. When Jack awoke and saw the towering beanstalk, he felt a thrill of excitement. Here was his adventure. Without a second thought, Jack began to climb. Higher and higher he went, the world below growing smaller and smaller until he emerged in a land above the clouds. It was a place of awe-inspiring beauty, with lush green meadows, sparkling streams, and a castle that stood tall and grand in the distance. Driven by curiosity, Jack made his way to the castle. He was greeted at the massive gates by a kindly woman who warned him of the castle's owner, a fearsome giant known for his immense size and booming voice. "The giant is cruel and greedy," she warned. "He eats little boys like you for breakfast." But Jack's curiosity was stronger than his fear. He crept into the castle, marveling at its enormous furnishings. Soon he heard the thunderous footsteps of the giant and quickly hid behind a large pot. "Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman," the giant bellowed as he entered the room. "Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." Jack held his breath, heart pounding, but the giant could not find him. As the giant feasted, Jack noticed a hen that laid golden eggs and a beautiful harp that played music on its own. These treasures could change his and his mother's life forever. When the giant finally fell asleep, Jack seized the hen and the harp and fled. The magic harp, sensing danger, cried out, "Master, help! A thief!" The giant awoke with a start and roared in anger, chasing Jack to the beanstalk. Jack climbed down as fast as he could, the giant following close behind. Reaching the bottom, Jack shouted for his mother. "Quick, bring me an axe." He swung at the beanstalk with all his might, and just as the giant was descending, the beanstalk began to sway. With one final chop, the beanstalk snapped, and the giant fell, crashing to the ground and disappearing forever. Jack and his mother were overjoyed. The hen's golden eggs provided them with wealth beyond their dreams, and the magic harp filled their home with beautiful music. They rebuilt their cottage and shared their fortune with their neighbors, ensuring that no one in their village went hungry again. And so, Jack and his mother lived happily ever after, their days filled with joy, music, and the magic of the extraordinary adventure that began with a handful of beans.